Hey, what's up, snipers? My sniper team out there. Hope you guys are having an awesome start to the week so far. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and dive in to the 4 stocks we're going to be watching tomorrow, which is Wednesday, March 4th. So let's go ahead and dive right in. What you're looking at here is our chat room, and this is our buy from today, which we're going to talk about. We got a buy alert that was placed here at 3:13 during power hour, one of our favorite times, and we ended up buying 20,000 shares of this stock KBLB, which is the stock you see right here, at 19.2, and we're looking for it to break its high of day here at 3:13 to test that 20-cent resistance spot. All right, so I'm going to go over from the chat to the watch list, and you could do it just from the tabs on our website. There's 4 stocks we're going to talk about, and 2 of them were actually in overnight, so this will be exciting. The first stock we just talked about a little bit, it's KBLB. It's the stock that you see on the long term over here. It's the OTC stock that we bought at 19.2 as it was holding its morning gain from this morning and testing its multi-month breakout during power hour. Okay, so at power hour it was coming up to a key spot, this 19.9720 spot. As you can see, it hasn't broke that spot since November, so we were really eyeing that down as KBLB has gotten some momentum, and it also was holding a support throughout the day. So talk about it a little bit more. 1 day, 1 minute, so you could see. It actually gapped up really nicely from this 16.5 spot. It ended up gapping up to 19. So wild gap up potential that we saw there today. And then it had a really choppy dip after that. It had held, that support that it made yesterday. This was kind of choppy. But it came back and it ended up holding throughout the day. As you could see, it ended up creating this range between 19 and 18, around 18, 17.9 here. And it's holding throughout the day, and then we said on the watch list, coming into power hour, we saw it was still holding, and we started to see buyers come in. So we bought 20,000 shares at 311 right here when the bid started to stack up at 19. So we saw some bids come in over here. We ended up buying it and ended up getting a nice push after it broke that high a day and gave us a nice cushion into the closing at 29. Next long-term resistance on the long-term chart is 24. Ideally, we get a gap up tomorrow to sell into buyers. If this one doesn't gap up, we'll be looking to take profits early since we do have a nice cushion. And right now, we're sitting at 300 plus unrealized. All right, so that is KBLB, the full breakdown. We're going to be keeping an eye early tomorrow. Okay, our next group of stocks. They're 2 listed stocks. As you can see, they're still trading after hours, and they're both actually up after hours, so that's pretty cool to see. So let's talk about what we see in these and what we're looking for tomorrow. INO and OPGN, 2 NASDAQ healthcare stocks that close strong, and they're both hanging out around key long-term resistance spots. So let's zoom out to the 1 year and see what we're talking about. INO, it made a new 52-week high today, and it actually broke that during power hour and then got an awesome squeeze past that. That happened really quick during power hour today, so that was nice. And then OPGN, if you zoom in here, it's coming up to this key spot of 420, which is resistance from all the way back in October. All right, so those are the 2 key spots in the long term to watch. INO, look at this daily chart. Really, really nice. It had some trouble here at 5:32 throughout the day. That was the high of day. It ended up topping out there 3 times throughout the day. However, INO had some news behind it. The volume held up. It created a nice trading range between 532 and 485 and ended up breaking it out of that trading range at 230. And then when it broke out of that trading range, as you could see, it spiked from 540 going all the way to 750. About 20 minutes. Basically straight uptrend for 20 minutes. Very impressive. On this move, it also broke its 52-week high, which is right here where it topped out before, and ended up making that squeeze up to 750, and now, as you can see, it's all the way up to 906. Now, INO's news, this is directly involved with the coronavirus. They actually came out with 3 news articles today. They said that they're accelerating their timeline for a COVID-19 DNA vaccine. And then they followed up the article saying that they're going to deliver 1 million doses by the end of 2020. Got a nice gap up, as you can see, and then ended up holding that range. And then midday, they came out with another news article saying that they got a price raise to $13. And the stock is sitting here at 520 when that came out. It was holding VWAP nicely, ended up pushing 36% into this, and now it's up even more, over 50%. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Since this one already made a really nice move, and now it's even higher after hours, Now we're looking for a panic dip buy tomorrow to buy into. It has some range. It just broke out the 52-week. So let's see. You know, broke out the 52-week quick. Congrats, longs that took advantage. This is an awesome, awesome play. The next one on the list, OPGN. This one, as you can see, got a squeeze as well when it broke out of its high. OPGN got a squeeze from 330 to 4 at 3 o'clock, which brought it to our radar. After it topped up at that 4 spot, it got a dip, but ended up holding around 360, and that's where the buyers came in. Came back to test 4 again, but never got past it. Okay, so that's a key spot to watch tomorrow. And then the next key spot, the 4 and 420 spot on OPGN, to see what it could do. And then last but not least, guys, we'll keep this short and simple. This is our wild card pick of the night. We always like to have one, and we are actually in this one overnight. So this will be awesome to talk about. It's ICBU, the sub penny play. It ended up breaking a new 52-week high. So it's a sub penny that broke a 52-week high. Fresh, nice volume. And it ended up holding that 52-week high throughout the day. So we're taking a nice, light, speculative play in ICBU. And we're holding it overnight. So let's see what happened here. It's an OTC sub penny that broke out its 52-week breakout in the morning. And ended up pushing 30% over that 52-week breakout on the morning push when it had volume. But then it dipped and it kind of held around its breakout throughout the rest of the day. Volume didn't really pick up. So we want to see volume come back in like it did in the morning. So we saw that it was holding 1.5 throughout the day, and we decided, let's do it. You know, it's still holding that breakout of 0.0015, and that's also the support. So we went ahead and bought 1 million shares at 356 at the end of the day at 0.0017, and we're swinging it overnight. We're going to use that key 0.0015 spot as our strict risk spot, as these sub pennies could be jumpy. However, there's huge reward with these sub pennies. So big risk, big reward pays off here, and this one's lining up and holding with a pattern that we like to see. I also got news this morning to create this hype, so hopefully you could get some hype around day 2 of this news article. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you like what we got going on. You could always check out our website, www.thestocksnipers.com. Come join us, check out the team. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you guys in the chat tomorrow. See you, snipers.